Talk. My name is Jessica Jade and I'll be your host. Today we have the lovely Mama Vida on the show. She's a psychic medium. She's an espiritista. She's a seer. She's clairvoyant. All the titles. I'm not even going to read them all because there's a lot of them. But you should know that she's been featured in Hip Latina. She has an awesome podcast and website called The Almighty Pineapple. And we're going to hear all about that today. And I'm really excited to have you here.
No, thank you for having me. I think the most common way people can understand what it is, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. Basically, I can hear, see, and feel spirit since I was a child. Like, I've been doing this my entire life.
Right. And let's talk about that, because one of the things that I love about you and appreciate about you the most is that you've been doing this since you were literally a child. And I think in this day and age, it's kind of cool and cute to be spiritual and to have abilities.
Don't even get me started on that bullshit, because it's a trend now. And that people take that. Ooh,
that's a whole other conversation.
It is, but the thing is, all I'm gonna say is this: there's a difference between someone who has a healing spirit or nurturing nature to you and a professional healer. There's a huge difference.
It is.
People do not understand. People think like, oh my God, this must be so great. No, it's not. There's days I do not want to wake up and even serve the community.
Right. Because it's so much.
You sacrifice everything. It's like when you have a kid, your life is no longer your own. When you are called to this. You are not, I have run away from this so long. Like through my puberty, through adolescence, through those really bad moments in my life when I'm a victim of abuse. Yeah. Even through those moments, I ran away from this because
So you feel like you've kind of been, like from a young age, because I know you mentioned before that you started seeing spirits at 3.
Yeah, always. I thought it was normal. I thought everybody did it. Like, yeah, look what you doing.
And everybody's like, what?
Until my other family members told me it wasn't normal. So, I could see, hear, and feel spirits. That includes people who are deceased. Wow. Spirits who have crossed over, spirits who are earthbound. There's a difference. That's what we would consider a ghost. There's someone who's stuck here in the earth realm, and a spirit, someone who's elevated themselves to the next ascension or the next realm. And then there's also angels, and yes, there's demons. I see demons all the time.
That's another thing. We were talking about this right before the camera started rolling. This new age spirituality is all about positivity.
That's not even true.
Bullshit.
It's so much bullshit. Love and light. And I don't mind when people say that, but love is amazing. But love in the human aspect is an emotion, and emotions are temporary. They do not stay. Yeah. People think that working with your shadow side or working with your darkness or accepting your darkness or accepting your pain or expressing that pain is a flaw. I love flaws. I say it all the time. I am fucked up. I am flawed, and I love it.
And the vulnerability that you show with your community. She has an amazing page on Instagram. Your website is just popping, but your Instagram is where I feel like every day she'll do a video. I think except for Sundays.
So it's Sundays.
That's
Saturday is my day of rest. Because
so don't reach out on a Sunday because you're not getting a response.
No, not today. Like you're not getting no email back, no nothing. Like it's not even happening.
And so that's why and I go to her page every day to see what she does, like a 1-minute video where she pulls a card daily.
I don't even pull the card.
Right. It's like
the card pops out on its own
every single time.
And then there's only been a few instances that I've posted a card of the day, like with a hand, or I posted because I'm going through something personally. Like I lost somebody a couple of months ago. We you know about that. And that week I was told to give myself space. So I did continue to do the card of the day, but it would fall out just normally, but it just wasn't recorded by video. Right. And then I would post that card because I still want my community to be served, but also to respect my emotional boundary at that time because I lost somebody who was very important to me. So it's just only few and far between that I do post one card like with my hand or propped up somewhere, but usually it's a video card of the day and the card pops out on its own, and
it always does.
And I just see the card, I look at it, I read whatever's on it, and I just go and I just start channeling right then. It happens instantly. I don't even feel or even know how it's happening. It just happens.
I'd be saying some crazy thing. I'd be like, wow, like, did she just talk to me? Is that for me? Where she's just like, let me read Jessica today. No, and I think a lot of people feel that way, and I think the way that you disseminate information, because a lot of this can be really confusing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, don't know what being a clairvoyant is.
Yeah,
what an
yeah.
empath is, all this other stuff. People don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And it could be scary. Because you don't understand it.
Oh, it was very scary for me too at first. Because again, I thought I was normal to be able to see things. But when my family pointed out that I wasn't normal, that I was a freak, then things just started yeah. Oh yeah.
So how did you deal with your abilities growing up?
It was my grandmother knew. Okay, my grandmother did the same exact thing that I'm doing now in Cuba. She did root work. She was a healer. She was a kitchen witch. Like she healed people through her foods, through her tonics. Tome esto, drink this tea, come get this cardo, come get, she would heal people through that way. She also did misas, which would be seances in this culture. She did consultas, which would be readings. She did candle work. Everything that I do, this woman is done. And I did not know all the extensive work that she did until after she died.
And why was that?
Because they escaped Cuba.
Right.
And so she was afraid of being penalized in this country for her belief system. So she no longer practiced the minute she came to the United States. But she still had her santos and her shells and a little boveda going on. I would always see them. So she knew what was going on with me. She accepted it. Like she said, oh, who you talking to? Like I was the only child. I was like, oh, with so-and-so, with so-and-so. She goes, okay, are they okay? I'm like, yeah, they're fine. And then once in a while she came in the room one day, she goes, what's wrong? I'm like, one of my friends, because I would call them my friends, one of my friends doesn't feel right. They don't look right. She's like, what are you telling me? And I said, they kind of dark. And she's like, you need to tell them to leave. And then right then she knew that I was seeing somebody who was more on the negative aspect of the spiritual world, which would be considered a demon or which would be considered a dark entity. But since I was an open channel, she knew what was happening. So she was like, that's always every time she hear me talking, she's like, who are you talking to?
She's like, hold on, let me just get a little bit of information about this person.
Because she couldn't see who I was talking to. She could sense the vibration because again, this is what she did. This was in our blood. And then she was okay with it, but once my other family members started pointing it out, then we made this rule between her, my grandfather, my mother. We don't talk about what you do outside this house because they're not going to understand. You're different. And it's okay to be different, but they don't need to point out that you're different and make it bad.
Right.
So
they were trying to,
the rule was we don't discuss it outside.
Because you have such a strong familial history with these gifts, what advice would you give someone who has been able to do similar things throughout their lives, but is kind of afraid of them?
Well, the thing is this: make sure you do have some type of abilities. Don't think you feel something because a lot of people these days.
How does that work?
Okay, a lot of people think that since they see something or they feel something that they automatically have abilities. Okay, first of all, no, you could be a highly sensitive person, which is an HSP. You just pick up the vibrations of the environment where you're at.
Yeah.
Some people are empaths, and empaths are people who physically feel what the other person is going through.
Yeah.
A clairvoyant is someone who physically feels the environment, what the person is going through, what they're thinking, what they're saying to themselves, what they're feeling, what they're going through, what they're eating. Wow. That's a clairvoyant. You clearly see what is happening with that person. You clearly hear is clairaudience. And you clearly feel what they're going through. Like literally, you can replay word for word what they're feeling, saying to themselves in their head. That is clear empathy. There's a huge difference. You need to know where you stand. If you just sense the vibration in the room, you're a highly sensitive person.
Okay.
If you sense the person's emotions of what they're feeling at that time, just a feeling, not verbatim, not knowing what triggered that feeling, not knowing their history. That's being an empath.
That's me.
Okay,
and that me. I don't know what it is, but I'm like something ain't right.
But you don't know why that person feels that way. You would know what that person's feel the way if you were clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, clairgustant. You hear it like intellectually. It's not like now you hear a voice, like these impressions just form it. Like you feeling this way because so and so did this to you and you ate that, and that's why you feel this way. That's why you got a headache. And I'm like, and they're like looking at me like,
how the did you know that?
I've always had it. And so when I tell people, when you want to open up and see, first of all, see if you do have abilities. Because every person is born intuitive, but not every person follows their intuition. There's a difference.
What is it? What is that thing that you always say? Pray.
Meditate and follow your intuition, and your intuition is your superpower. It's
that is her motto.
Yeah.
If you have a motto, that is it.
I have pray and meditate tattooed on my forearm for strength. This is not a game, because I have to pray and meditate to get my daily wisdom for my personal life, because this is not all I do. I am a wife. I am a mom. I am a business owner.
And this is something that I wanted to talk to you about, because you have been through a lot. And you're very open about the different traumas that you've been through and situations that you've been through in life, from your ex-husband to etc., right? How do you think that because you have these abilities, it's helped you? Do you think it's helped you in life? Do you think it's helped you see?
It has not helped me in the way people think, like, oh, you have these abilities, so you should have seen it coming. No, I don't see that. Because the funny thing is, people, I have these abilities to help others. My abilities are not for my personal gain. Believe me, I've tried to read myself. I've tried to light my own candles. My candles will literally explode on me. Yeah, because they're like,
are you kidding me?
You know, I'm not kidding. They're like,
what?
You know better. Why are you trying to read yourself? Think about it. We all need each other in this realm. We were all placed here. So if I know somebody who can read me, why am I not going to them?
Right.
But people always think that they can read themselves or pull their own cards.
That's not true, is it?
For me personally, in my experience, no. For me, and a lot of my followers, like, you know what? I pull cards every day. Why do you pull cards? Oh, because I want to know. So that's the ego thing. Because I always say, what you want is human and what you need is divine. I'm getting that tattooed next.
You should, because that's beautiful.
That's my motto. What you want is human and what you need is divine. So you're pulling your own cards because you want to know what's something for the day.
And that's what I was going to say.
But why aren't you praying and meditating? It is biased.
Because whatever you see,
you're
seeing because that's what you want.
Exactly. It's not coming from what you need. Maybe you need to just pray and meditate and follow that intuition and see where your divine team or your spirit guides or your answers are directing you towards a better direction. It doesn't mean it's going to be a right or wrong decision, but a better direction. And sometimes those better directions lead us in bad situations so we can grow and fall and get the back up and be like, listen, I learned that.
I really like that you said that. I'm a holistic health coach, and so I see a lot of clients who, you know, again, they want everything to be good and they want everything to be positive, and I'm like, you don't grow when you're comfortable.
No, not at all.
You grow from discomfort.
Oh, God.
Certain things.
You grow from failure.
Yeah, and certain things as simple as an exercise.
Yes.
That hurts, and then the next day you're sore.
They're like, I'm doing it again.
The perfect human example.
They're like, no, I'm good. I'm not going to do this again because it hurts too much. It makes me uncomfortable. And I'd rather stay doing the same shit I'm doing every day because I'm comfortable, because I know what to expect. Because people don't like change. Exactly. They fear it.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
But people don't understand, it's through failure is where you're going to get success. You have to just own up to the dark side and own up to the light side. Don't push the dark away. I always tell people, express those negative emotions, honor them, work through them. Don't run away from them. Because the more you run away from them, the more you're going to keep falling, and the more you're going to keep replaying the situation just with different characters
until you learn
in different locations.
Until you learn, or you don't.
No, you don't. And you can
stay,
and you can keep, and the cycle keeps going though.
Yeah.
If you don't learn, you keep going to the same thing. It's just, guess what? You're the common denominator. The variables may have changed, but you are the common denominator in every situation.
I got goosebumps. I literally have goosebumps. And because that is, I'm telling you, I have goosebumps. It is so real. And I think that, you know, again, because I'm a coach and I see clients all the time, I'm like, you're doing it again.
Yeah.
You're running away from this.
Yeah.
Whether it's a bad relationship, whether it's, you know, feelings of loneliness, depression.
Yeah.
The
it happens all the time.
The worse it is.
Yeah, I've even experienced, even in my marriage, I've experienced loneliness. And it's not that my husband was doing anything specific. It was because of all the things that I was dealing with, not only with my clientele, but with my children, and then with my mother, and then with my best friend, and then things for my husband, and then where do I fit in? So sometimes, even though, you know, I'm very powerful when I tell people you have to live for yourself, you do get caught up in the day-to-day cycles and you slip back. That's part of the human nature. And people are like, no, but I have to be happy all the time. Please stop with that bullshit.
It's not healthy to be happy all the time.
No, it's chaotic. Not. Emotions are chaotic.
They are. And you should be allowed to express that.
Yeah.
So my last question for you is, what kind of impact do you want to leave behind?
Oh gosh,
that's a loaded question.
Yeah, that's really big. if I leave a legacy, I want to leave a legacy of people following that intuition. I mean, it's literally in my bio.
Yeah.
Follow your intuition when working with any spiritual advisor. I'm not saying me, any of us. Because even if that means you don't work with me, I'm good with that.
Right.
But your power is already within you. Not every problem you can solve by yourself. And that's why we need other human beings. And that's why we need help from our divine team, which is spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, whatever you want to call it. You know, that's why I call it the almighty pineapple.
Right.
It's a joke.
Lo que sea.
It's a joke. The almighty pineapple started as a joke. Because I would tell
Like,
people,
even if that's who you praying to.
exactly. Because that's how it started out. Because when I was talking to people in readings, it's like, pray to your source. They're like, who is that? I said,
Right.
I don't care. It could be God. It could be the goddess. It could be Jesus. It could be Allah. It could be the saints, the Orishas, the Loas. It could be the chocolate dragon or the almighty pineapple. And they will start laughing. I'm like, seriously, if the almighty
That's it.
pineapple raises you to a higher level of ascension, then
That's
all
it.
hail the almighty pineapple. A mí no me importa.
I love that. I
So,
love that.
you know, just tap into that power. When there's things you can't handle by yourself, reach out and ask for help. Ask spirit for help, and they will place the right people with the right spirit and the right mind for that specific situation to help you through it. But you have to believe in yourself. That's my legacy. If anything, pray, meditate, and follow your intuition. There's a reason I call it the 1-2 combos. Just pray, meditate. Just knock that stuff out. Just because if you don't pray and meditate for yourself, you're going to continue walking around in the circle of chaos.
Yeah.
And chaos is not always bad. It's not.
Because it teaches you a lesson.
Exactly. But sometimes the resorting of the elements is necessary so you can get planted on different foundation.
Right.
So chaos is not always bad, but that to me is the most important thing to do, to believe in yourself, to listen to that superpower, that source inside you, that knowing, that intuition is your spark. You are a spark of the divine, whatever you choose to believe in.
And it's like she says, we all have it.
Everybody does. Everybody
Now
has
tell us,
intuition.
Where can we find you?
On Twitter or Instagram at Readings by Vida, or on my website www.thealmightypineapple.com. Fair warning, my page is private.
Instagram is private. You have to be referred.
Or send me an email and say you saw me here on Jessica Jade's Girl Talk, and I will gladly accept. So that way I can thank her and thank all of you for supporting this amazing woman. She's doing great work.
Thank you
You just celebrated your 2-year anniversary, so congratulations for that. And I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
No, anytime.
And thank you for watching Girl Talk.
I will run the world.